20. Yeah. BCU's also where I tell you, it's therapy, body, or medicine. Let's get it. Black excellent. Come on, John. My name is John. And he's my friend. Strong black man. Come on. You know you like that melanin.
So that was about, how long was that clip?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. That 30 seconds went viral. They said, what was it, 50? Was it 50?
Went about 30, 50 million views. I don't want to shortchange y'all, you know.
Yeah, for 30 seconds of their life. Well, they're here to talk to you guys about that experience and what that did for them.
Welcome to Wait, is that? Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Terrence. My name is
What it do?
You got twins?
Yes. So first we started off with this 30-second clip. We were snowed and then we got bored, so we was like, hey, let's turn something negative into a positive. So we created this 30-second video, and like they said, it went viral. We also shoot other videos, and then we've grossed about 100 million views between all of those videos, but that's the one that really sparked it. From there, we created this organization known as Be The Movement, where we basically go to different schools and talk to students and just inspire them to reach higher education and instill hope within our communities.
All right, also, as she said, turning the negative into a positive. Usually you see the dudes, I'm in the kitchen, water whipping, like that's what you're talking about. I mean, selling drugs, derogation towards women really didn't do much, but just off of this video, these 30 seconds alone, we got a show at the end of this month in the Bahamas, in Bermuda. We're going to California Labor Day weekend. We're partnering with VCU, so they've covered our tuition for last semester, and we still doing a partnership with them this upcoming semester. You drive on the highway about in a few months, you're going to see me and them posted up on the billboard. Something like, just from that, it's been something positive, and it's taken us way farther than anything negative could have taken us. A lot of rap videos now, like people don't really know that these, like we really don't want to be rappers. Rappers make 94 cents off a full album. Like they make minimum wage. So people are always saying, I'd rather be rich than famous. Strategically and financially, you have to be famous in order to be rich if you do pursue rapping. So that's why you get these dudes like Lil Uzi, Lil Yachty, all y'all little famous rappers now, they're not gonna be here within like 6 months. So they can't brand themselves. Just off of that alone, everybody's experience is different. So I'm gonna tell a story about my cousin James. And hopefully you can find some similarities between the two. Excuse me. So James lived in Detroit, Michigan, where my parents are from. And so, senior in high school, called my dad and was like, man, I'm about to graduate. I'm so excited, but am I about to graduate? And so, you know, my dad gave him a little spiel. He was like, look, you gotta tighten up. You can get a whooping, you know what I mean? You can go a couple miles, you know, go ahead and get a whooping. And he went, talking on the phone, semester ended, graduated high school at 1.8. And so James was like, dang, what am I gonna do? Son down there with his family. Mom really didn't know what he was gonna do either. He was basically just left to figure out life on his own at 18 years old. And so my dad, this man right here, he was like, you know what, you go ahead, come down here. We're gonna try to get you straight, because we were upcoming seniors last year when he was a senior, so we knew what we were gonna do, but just being in a different environment will hopefully trigger something that will come out successful. So we brought him down here. He got a job at McDonald's for the summer, then started going to Thomas Nelson Community College. That was about 15 minutes from my house. And every single summer, like every single day, Terrence and my dad, we get up at like 7 in the morning, take him to work, bring him back, because it's not just about, oh man, I gotta get him and take him to work early. It's a lot of times people just need hope. Like they just need somebody to see something in them that they really don't see in themselves. And so I'd be complaining to myself, but I'd never complain to him how much effort I was putting into this and how tiring it was, because he didn't even see that. I mean, like, I gotta do it so in order that he can be successful. Like, we gotta do it so he can be successful. So he enrolled in Thomas Nelson, ended first semester off with about a 3.4. Dude is like 6'5", easily 290. So he was like, man, he comes the most uncoordinated dude that you'll ever. He was like, man, I really want to play football. Well, he didn't really want to play football. My dad was like, you know, you too big to be sitting around. Like, look, man, you gonna go play some football. You gonna play tennis, climb a tree, do something. But yeah, my dad got him in football. So we go out there in the field with him, throw the ball. It was embarrassing. Like, he was just falling everywhere. But I mean, like, over the time, it was progression. And so Virginia State University, he went to drop my sister off because she was in college as well, and he was just on campus walking around, and he just started crying. Like, he was like, man, I've never been out of my own environment. I've never been in this area. So I mean, like, him going there, like, really, he's seen a future for himself, like, in his eyes behind the tears that was coming down his face. And so 2 semesters go by, and community college, he's like, you know what, it's time to go to college, it's time to get it. So by the grace of God, he was able to get into the university after multiple trips back and forth from my parents, trying to get a financial aid. And now James is at Virginia State University with a 3.8 GPA, and then next semester he's doing walk-on for the So, like, really with that experience, it's not all about where you start, it's about how you finish.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be a product of your environment, be a product for your environment. And so,
Yeah, I just wanted to say another thing when he said was talking about hope. Just you guys coming out and actually paying attention to us, you guys, I do commend you for that, because there is a lot of students who really don't care. And just you guys being here and actually looking at us rather than fall asleep that you guys did in probably some of the presentations that I really do appreciate it. Now, he was on one of the presentations that they showed, they were talking about the fight and flight and freeze, and that kind of stuck out to me, and I took it in a different approach. So when they were talking about fighting, I took it as like push through it. You guys are facing a lot of trouble and adversities in your life, but as long as you push through it, you'll progress and you'll grow as a person. The flight, I took that as it's okay to fail. Sometimes you'll have to run away from a situation in order to step back, reevaluate your situation, and then go and push forward and progress. And I took the freeze that sometimes we get so caught up in our lifestyles, we don't take a step back and stop and observe everyone around us and who's all there to help us. And sometimes, even for us, that was a big issue. And now once we do that, you actually reevaluate your surroundings, you reach out to certain people that you wouldn't, and you use those certain people to stretch your comfort zone and be successful. And I have 4 bullet points. I don't know if I'm running on time right now.
Go ahead, go ahead.
One of it's Dolly Parton. She's a singer-songwriter. She said, I'm singing in the shower too. One of her quotes was, "Storms make trees take deeper roots." Now, do any of you guys understand what that? Or want to take a shot at it? All right, cool.
Say it again.
It says, "Storms make trees take deeper roots."
When you go through something, it makes you stronger.
Go ahead, girl.
Yeah.
Go ahead, girl.
Basically, with as she was saying, when you go through certain situations, it stretches those comfort zones, and you're able to test yourself. And although you're going through it at that period of time, once you overcome that obstacle, you're able to look back and be like, "Wow, I'm actually a newer person, and I'm better than I was before I faced this challenge." And then also want to say the only person that can change you is you. We can sit up here and talk all day, but if y'all not going to take our advice and actually use it towards something for the better and greater good, then there's really no point. So it all starts with you, and you guys will, I know you'll be successful. I ain't worried about that. And also, this one was, I thought I was spitting flame when I thought it is. It says, "Turn your wounds into wisdom." You guys understand what that means? Anybody want to take a shot at that one? So basically what it's saying is like, you'll go through challenges, as we were talking about earlier. We've been through a lot of challenges, but if you don't do anything with those challenges and you don't progress, then you'll be in the same situation and you won't be able to learn from your experiences. When you go through those challenges, it's a time for you guys to really evaluate yourself. And when you go through it, because you're going to struggle regardless. That's just part of being a human. But it's, would you rather struggle to be in the same situation, or would you struggle and take that and get a reward from it? So, and then the last point I have is, do something that your future self will thank you for.
Wow.
Yeah, so basically what that means is, as she was saying, sometimes you'll have to sacrifice a lot when you go off to college, or if you pursue a job or something like that, where your friends around you want to hang out and do certain stuff, but you know, as she was saying, the lifestyle isn't the same thing for all people. So sometimes you have to make those sacrifices for the greater good, and you'll have to do a lot of stuff that you don't want to in order to be successful. And if you stay true to yourself, follow guidelines, use these people around you, use each other, you guys will make it. And then the
last thing. So just being real with y'all, she said that one moment, that one thing that you do, it always like if you get in a fight on social media, that's what you're gonna be really remembered for. And so sometimes social media has a great way of like being highly deceptive. Even if it's in a positive extent, it really doesn't explain the true backstory. So usually when you before we received like a lot of messages when we first made our webpage saying, "Oh man, like y'all doing this, but I'm on this track. I don't even think I can get there." And I mean like, just staying humble, just always being aware of yourself is the most important thing. You see us in the suits. Those suits are some goodwill. Like you can't really forget where you came from. It's always a humbling experience. Even though like we were like suited up and dapper, I mean like this is how we dress like all of the time. And so like seeing that some people may think that certain goals are unreachable because you see a man in a suit and be like, oh man, like that's not my position. But he doesn't wear that suit 24/7. It's always a backstory. It's always a struggle. And it's always a fight. And so on behalf of Be The Movement, I want to thank you guys for allowing us to come and speak in, and it's much success in the future.
Thank you.